Okay, here we go.
Darn if that ain't just above dead center.
Yeah, I'll get that sometimes in the comments. People will say, why are you missing the target and saying it's grouping good? Well, last minute man, and we are back at the studio. And it's been a while, hasn't it, Mr. Obvious?
It's been a while.
But what do we got today to show and tell?
Oh, we got a M1903 A3.
Yeah, believe it or not, this one's been sporterized. And just what a neat rifle. And we'll show some close-up pictures here. This was not the original finish on the rifle, correct?
No, somebody's refinished it.
They've refinished it, and they've done a heck of a job. The bluing and everything on it, I mean, it looks outstanding. I mean, if I was a betting man, I'd say that was a professional job. It wasn't somebody taking cold blue, throwing it in a bag and shaking it up.
No. Now, whoever done this, they went to extreme measures to do the bolt and everything. It's been baked on. Whoever done it right.
Now, you purchased this off of a gun broker, correct?
Yep.
And tell the folks what you paid for this.
Well, the bid was at $3 something, and I just threw $4.15 on it and ended up winning the bid. And
yeah.
So.
And this thing has got an outstanding stock. Now, tell the folks at home what you did with this. I mean, it is a beautiful walnut, and again, I'm showing pictures up here.
Yeah. Well, I glass bedded the inside of the stock, then I free floated the barrel. It's the only thing I've done to it. It's just a beautiful stock, and
yeah.
So I want to get all the performance I can out of this gun. I'm hoping it shoots well.
Yeah, we're going to find out. We have not shot it yet. These are going to be our first shots. Now you've got an old Burris scope on here.
Yeah, I got a Burris. It's I think this is it is an 8 by 32 power. Yep, 8 by 32 by, I guess, 44 millimeter or something like that.
Yeah, this thing, it's a huge scope. So Mr. Obvious said if this thing really groups well and shoots as good as it looks, you'll invest in a better scope.
I'll put a better scope. Yeah, I figured this let us know what we're at least doing.
But this was drilled and everything for the scope mount here from whoever did this.
Yeah.
So this wasn't something Mr. Obvious did. It actually, he purchased it this way. And yeah, I'm like him. If this thing shoots as good as it looks, I would not mess with it.
Yeah.
You know, because we did talk about converting it back to its original,
stock and everything.
And heck, now that I'm sitting here looking at it, especially, I'm saying I wouldn't mess with it. But we'll see how it shoots.
The only thing I would do with it is put the iron sights back on it, and that'd be it.
Yeah, that's well.
I mean, it's according to what you like.
Yeah.
I like good old iron sight gun every once in a while.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But you can't hardly find anything in that $400 price point anymore. And something like this, and these things have a very credible history in the military and whatnot. But without any further ado, Mr. Obvious, let's get out here and do some shooting.
We'll take this Remington out and have at it.
There you go. All right, so we're out here on the bench. And what are we set up here at, Mr. Obvious? About 30 yards?
Yeah, about 30 yards.
And all we're doing is getting this on paper to get it zeroed and dialed, and we're going to let Mr. Obvious shoot his groups. But we've got Mr. Obvious's pet hunting loads here. And what are these, Mr. Obvious?
That's 4064 powder, 180 grain hunting bullet. I got a couple VMAXs in there, but that's soft point, pointed
that's
soft
what we're
point.
shooting. So, and again, this is just to get us on paper before zeroing. And he's got some other loads that he actually did just for accuracy, correct?
Yeah.
So we'll see how those do. But this is the first shot out of it. Mr. Obvious is nice. He's letting me take the first shot.
Oh, yeah.
He's generous like that. Whoa!
Better tighten that up.
It tightens up by the handle.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Okay. There you go. All right. We ready?
Yep. We are ready.
Let's see where we're hitting here, Mr. Obvious. You got your ears on?
Yep, ears is on.
Okay, here we go. Darn if that ain't just above dead center.
Huh?
Yeah, just right above that white dot on there. So I want to bring it down then, because it'll be rising.
It'll be rising up to 100.
All right. First shot, right there, right above that little tag. What about that bore sighting, Mr. Obvious?
I like it.
Yeah, that's, he said, am I that good? All right. So I'll go ahead and shoot a group with it. just with those hunting loads, I guess, do you want to go out to 100 or?
Let's go ahead and put one on the steel target. We can fine tune it. That way we'll be on paper on this.
Okay, so you want me to go up to the 100-yard steel target or the 175?
Yeah, we're going to be shooting at that. So
Right.
we need to make sure we're good and close.
Right. So, okay, we'll go out to 100 then. So Mr. Obvious is ready to go here. What rounds are you shooting there, Mr. Obvious?
168 grain hollow point boat tail match.
So these are Sierra Match Kings.
Yeah.
168 grain, and what kind of powder are you using?
4064.
4064 powder, and he is going down there and putting it on paper. We'll do a 3-shot group. All right.
That's a little high. Of course, that ain't that hunting load, so it's...
No, yeah, it's a 180 grain versus 168. So we're expecting it to print a little different, but what we're checking on here are the groups. Yowzes. Yeah, I'll get that sometimes in the comments. People will say, why are you missing the target and saying it's grouping good? we're not dialing it to pure 0 because it's going to be dependent on what round he uses to hunt that you really want to dial it to.
Yeah.
But we're seeing how tight she groups.
After free floating the barrel and everything, I'm hoping she's in there.
All right. We'll go down there and take a look at it. All right, Mr. Obvious. So as mentioned before, so I'll nip this in the bud before it gets in the comments. We don't have it zeroed to that specific round. We're just seeing how it's grouping.
Yeah.
So how is it grouping, Mr. Obvious?
Well, I got 2 cutting the bullet holes and 1 out there. So we're at, looks like 3/4 of an inch to this hole to that hole.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Yeah. Old 1903 Springfield. Of course, that's the Remington variant of it. So
yeah.
I believe we looked at the serial numbers, and that was built somewhere around 1942.
Yeah.
So that's pretty daggone impressive.
Yeah.
You know,
for a gun that old shooting like that. But the inside of that barrel is immaculate. I mean, I was tickled to death when I got that, cleaned that barrel and looked in there with a scope. I mean, that barrel's like brand new.
It looks brand new.
I couldn't believe it.
All right, well, let's get back here and shoot another group. All right, Mr. Obvious. So what do we got here? What are we shooting?
We have got 175 grain now. Hollow point boat tail match king.
All right.
And 4064 powder.
And this is the same powder charge you did on the 168 grain.
Yeah, same powder charge.
And a little heavier bullet. So we'll see how it groups and see how I shoot today. All right, here we go. I'm shooting to the target just to the left.
All right, just to the left of the one I just shot.
Yep. This one's a shooting high also. Shooting quite a bit high, actually.
Yep, the different bullets is going to fly different.
Yep. Looks like a pretty good group. Let's get down there and look at it. All right, Mr. Obvious. Now, did I do my part?
Well, I think you must have been shaking a little bit.
I
Too
must
much
have been.
coffee give you the jitters.
Yep.
So, I mean.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, you had too much coffee this morning. You spread it out there. I mean, you're half inch.
Yeah. Look at that. And honestly, that scope is a wonderful scope, that Burris.
Yeah.
Real clear glass. It's a very nice scope, even though it's an older one. Yeah. But yeah, a half-inch group, I'm very happy with that. And that's awesome. Now, Mr. Obvious is going to go back and shoot another 175 grain. And this one's just a little hotter charge, right?
It's half grain hotter.
Okay. So we'll go back, shoot that. And then to finalize it, I'd like to shoot that hunting load and see how it groups. But let's go back to the table and have Mr. Obvious shoot these 175 grain. All right, Mr. Obvious. So you're shooting 175 grain, Sierra Match King, same bullet.
Yeah, and they're about 10 thousandths off the lands. I got them stretched out, so we'll feed them one at a time.
Right. And now he did everything he could to give the best I guess, put your best foot forward.
Yeah.
See how these things shoot. I want to do a group with that hunting load because so far this thing's eating whatever you're feeding it and shooting really good. And these are all hand loads, of course.
Yeah. Yep. So we're going to go to the next target to the left.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Hopefully I ain't got the shakes you walking me to death down there to that target back at my age and this cold out here. Yeah. Printing high again.
Doing the same. So we might have to drop it. Well, you know what? We'll shoot that hunting load through it.
Yeah.
What in the heck was that?
It's called pressure, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, it took the cap off your light up here. The reverberation.
It sure is.
All right. Yeah, bringing the thunder. All right, let's go down here and take a look. All right, Mr. Obvious. So when you heated up the round a little bit, it looks like it opened up just a hair.
Yep. Of course, that barrel's getting hot too. So
yeah.
Yeah. So we're at. I got one cutting and one out just a little bit, and we're 1 inch right on it, center to center.
Isn't that something?
It's still a minute of angle that gun is.
Yeah. Now I want to get up there and shoot those 180 grain hunting loads. And I'll just shoot right above it. And
yeah.
I'm curious to see how, so far this thing's eating them, whatever you feed it.
Yeah.
But also, like you said, that was 10 thousandths off the lands.
Yeah.
Now, tell the folks at home what that means exactly.
I've got a gauge. I run the bullet all the way in till the bullet touches the riflings.
Mm-hmm.
Then I take a mic and mic the overall length of the bullet.
Right.
Then I back it up 10 thousandths, so it gets 10 thousandths off the lands.
Now, what that does is give us, like I said, putting your best foot forward. It's going to give you your absolute best results as far as accuracy, but it will not feed properly in the internal magazine, correct?
Yeah, it's too long, yeah.
Right.
But,
so these hunting bullets will feed.
Yeah, let's the feed.
Let's see what difference it makes.
All righty. We're going to see what last minute man's got to say about it.
Normally
we're letting
we
this
wait to
barrel cool down just a little bit
Right.
before we shoot this last shot.
And we typically wait to the AAR to give final opinions or anything. But I am tickled pink with this rifle. This thing shoots so well, and Mr. Obvious put a lot of time in glass bedding it and free floating it. So you put a lot of TLC in it.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, you can tell whoever did this refinish did the same thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is rebarreled, if that's a aftermarket barrel that they put on there, or if that's the original one. But
what do you think about maybe some people does that for a hobby for a living? May have bought the gun in the crate, cleaned the cosmoline on, and sporterized it.
Right.
I don't know.
Well, this Monte Carlo stock, this is a premium grade walnut.
Yeah.
On here, so whoever did this just did a great job.
Yeah, I don't know who made that. What's the initials on the bottom of that stock? What they got on there? Maybe somebody can tell us. What's
TGS.
TGS.
Yeah.
If anybody can tell us what that stands for, let us know.
Internet, do your thing.
Let your fingers.
Our viewers are a wealth of knowledge.
Yeah.
So I've learned a lot from you guys. So, but this, I'm very, very pleased with the way this shoots. I told Mr. Obvious if these hunting loads shoot a minute of angle or better, I said take every other 30-06 you got and just sell them.
Yeah.
Because you won't need another one.
It's like me and you was talking about coming back from the target. They made this barrel back in 1942 shooting that accurate.
Yeah. And I'm sure it's button rifled, you would imagine.
Well, you'd think the barrels
forged, you know.
Looks like the barrels they can make today, the tooling they got, they'd all cut bullet holes.
Well, we'll get into a lot of that today, AR.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and shoot this baby.
Yep.
She's feeling cool now. And I'm going to go right above your first shots here, Mr. Obvious.
All righty.
And as you can see, I've got the magazine full this time. So, I got 3 shots in it.
Yeah.
So, you'll see those are all feeding perfectly, but these are just 180 grain cord lock hunt loads.
Yeah. Spiral point.
All right, let's see how it does. I'm going right above your first shot, Sam.
All righty.
You know, these are going high too.
All right.
It looked like that was.
It's all right. Maybe the scope's just settling in.
Yeah. And it went to the right a little bit, but
right.
we'll see how it groups.
Yeah. I don't care where it hits, just as long as it groups.
And it is grouping. Oop. Last shot. All right.
Don't look like that gun's got a lot of recoil for a 30-06.
It feels good.
Yeah,
I mean, it just feels good. I mean, I'm wearing a thick coat and everything. A 30-06 to me is not a painful round to shoot at all. But you know, it's got a push. You know,
30-06 is probably one of my most favorite rounds of all guns.
How could it not be? You know,
Yeah.
It's just such an awesome round. It's very versatile.
Yeah.
You know, I really like them. But let's get down here and see that group.
All right.
All right, Mr. Obvious. So, what did I shoot here? Now, it was shooting high and a little right this time.
Well, your coffee gives you the jitters again.
Yeah, we'll blame it on the coffee.
So, yeah, I mean, center to center, we're 1 inch. You're 1 inch with hunting loads.
I mean, what can you say?
Yeah, and I could probably play with the bullet length and the powder charge and tighten that up.
Yeah, with just a regular core lock bullet.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't beat that.
No.
I have not shot a modern gun that I like better than that.
Yeah, I ain't going to say what powder it is because everybody knows what I shoot. 49 grains with a 180 grain bullet, and I could play with that. And,
yeah.
You know.
Well, let's get up there for an AAR. And we are back with our after action report. And what do we have to report today, Mr. Robbins?
We're going to report. We got a pretty damn good 1942 shooter right here. I'm happy with it.
I'm very impressed with it. I mean, I think I've said it and can't say it enough. Just what else can you say? It's just a wonderful shooting rifle. You know, if they all shoot like this, I'm gonna have to get me one.
Yeah, I'm kind of like you. I'd like to see how it shot before it was glass bedded and free floated, then done it and then see the difference.
Yeah, well, you know it helped.
Yeah, it had to.
You know, but you know the barrel harmonics are obviously good on this. It's impressive. It is impressive, and the fact that you got this for $400 and change. $415 right in there. I mean, what can you buy?
Yeah.
For that money, I don't think you could buy a rifle that cheap that shoot this. A new rifle, anyway. I mean, you can't get in the ballpark. Which goes to what we were saying. What is it that they were doing different?
Yeah.
Maybe they just gave a damn when they were making them.
Yeah.
You know, the machine quality. Maybe they were more meticulous. You know, they're not pumping 100 of these out an hour, you know, so they were probably a lot more meticulous, you would think. But, man, that was right in the middle of the war.
Yeah.
So usually that's when you see a downfall in production quality and everything. Or they start cheaping out on things in the middle of a war.
Yeah, maybe our subscribers here can look it up and see who made that barrel. For these guns.
Well, it was a Remington. This is a Remington variant. Yeah. We got that from the serial number, and it says Remington on it.
Yeah.
So
I'm wondering if they actually made that barrel themselves. I mean, this is back in World War II days.
Yeah.
You know, so,
yeah. And you're in the middle of the war, 1942.
Yeah. So.
You know. So and this would have been a sniper rifle, I guess. I mean, please comment below. Let us know. You know, we're just talking off the top of our heads here. Yeah. You know, this is just what my intuition is telling me.
Yeah.
But, you know, daggone, it is a very accurate rifle. Yeah. Would it have been this accurate in the original stock? I don't know. You know, I'm sure there's all kinds of guys with a lot of experience on that and can tell us. I know when I was doing my, 15 minutes of research on Google, they were saying these were a 1 MOA gun back then.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we're getting half inch out of that one load. So,
yeah,
half inch groups. I mean, that's awesome.
Yeah, when you're hand loading, you can control the quality as well. You know, I'm curious to see what it would do with just off the shelf Remington core locks.
Yeah.
You know, but that's pretty much what your hunting load is.
Yeah.
You know, that's kind of what you do with that.
It's duplicate loads.
Yeah, and of course you're loading it for accuracy. You want your bullets to be accurate, but you're not doing, you know, the 10,000s off the lands, and you're not shooting a Match King bullet when you're hunting. Although, and people can, your mileage may vary, but they work.
I still got other tricks. I can mic it too. I got that mic. I can do mic the case, the bullet, the barrel, and everything.
Yeah.
It just lets it slip right out.
And those weren't fire form cases either.
No.
Was that fresh brass?
No, that's used brass.
But you the full length 3 size.
Yeah, it's Winchester brass.
Okay. So yeah, so that's interesting. So there's other things you could do to even tighten it up even more. You know, and I'd say any variation. If we were shooting this out of a lead sled where it was completely immobilized, it probably would have shot even better. You know, we were both saying when you've got a scope this powerful, you know, you can see every little bit of dancing around when I'm breathing, my heartbeat even, you know, you can see it, you know, and it's frustrating. When I first, of course, you know, I was in the military and whatnot, and I did use a Trijicon ACOG, but never used anything powerful like this, you know, like a real, shooting with Mr. Obvious, I've gotten the full gambit of that. And, you know, when we first started shooting these rifles and doing these videos about 4 years ago, I had a really hard time with these scopes.
Yeah.
I was like, golly, dude, this is
I can't shoot that.
I can't. I said, dude, it's all over the place. You know, give me 6 power. I'm happy. You know, but I've learned a lot. And thanks to you, but and gotten to shoot some pretty neat things I never would have gotten my hands on.
Yeah.
So you know, this is a hobby for us. We obviously don't do this for money. It'd be great if we could make money doing it, but we don't have that kind of viewership. But yeah, we have fun with it, and we appreciate you guys watching. And like I said, let us know in the comments anything you know about these. Now, and again, I'll flash the pictures up. This bluing on here was done very well. Whoever did this, it was a professional job. I would say that is not cold blue. that was done correctly. So there may be a warehouse somewhere or a gunsmith shop and they're pumping these out. I don't know. So, and like I said, maybe you guys know better than we do.
Yeah.
But I'm very, very, very happy with this. This stock is beautiful. You know, that's a premium stock. I mean, heck.
Yeah, whoever built the stock is definitely built for this gun because the lock and load, everything's tight. The tang back here, lock and load, everything's tight tolerance.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
and you glass bedded it. You really didn't need to. You said, you said it was real tight
it's
without
tight
that.
in there. I'm like,
Yeah. Now you did have to free float it.
Yeah.
And he did a heck of a job with that. You really did. You can take, you know, an envelope and put it in between. That's
yeah. You know, envelope with letters in it.
Yeah.
I'll pre-float it pretty good.
You did a good job. You did a really good job. Yeah. And this stock is beautiful. The you know, and I was kind of throwing off on the burst. This is a great scope. It's just an older technology.
Yeah.
You know, so I like a more modern scope. But, you know, honestly, as far as quality and everything, this is a quality scope.
Yeah.
Works great.
Yeah, this
real clear glass.
This has got the crosshair with a little bitty circle in it.
yeah. And it fit right inside that one MOA circle.
You could put that bullet the bullet hole right inside that circle.
Yeah,
so, it's
pretty amazing. Pretty amazing, but yeah, it's a great scope. It's just awful large for this. I don't like the profile of it; a little heavy. So you could put a more modern scope on it and lighten it up a bit, and still have awesome visuals like that. So, anything to add, Mr. Obvious?
No, I'll probably maybe upgrade to a better scope one of these days. Put on it, but I mean, the way it's shooting, I'm just tickled to death with it. It's for its age, and it shoots like that, and the barrel's immaculate on the inside. It's a keeper. Yeah, it definitely is. So I just want to say, and just in case we don't get to do another video before Christmas, Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Hope you're spending time with your family and enjoying them. And you know, we appreciate you spending some time with us today and watching us shoot. So like I said, any comment, we welcome. Any information, please do. So with that, everybody, remember, keep your knife sharp, keep your powder dry. Subscribe to Last Minute Man and watch us on Rumble.